All right. Welcome in, everybody. Let's see. What do I need? Trying to see if you guys. I don't think you have any game sounds, right? I've changed a couple of things, and because of that, it's a little bit weird. Hmm. All right. Well, that's weird. I don't see what I'm looking for. I am so blind today. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Let's go see if I have one in there. No? Weird. Hmm. Okie dokie. Um. Yeah. Audio. All right. So I guess we'll just get started. Not gonna worry about it too much. I talk my way through most of this anyway. All right. So anyway, here's what we have today. We have some stuff we're gonna grind out, and we're also gonna play some toxic decks from the new Phyrexia All for One. So we have kill 15 of your opponent's creatures, attack with 30 creatures, attack with 45 creatures. That's what we have. We can trade them out, but we're not gonna. Um. Anyway, I also built a bunch of standard decks for toxic specifically. So we have this one, which is weird. This one, which is supposed to be a third turn kill, but I've never got it to work on third turn. Maybe I'm just playing it wrong. This one, which is probably our most consistent deck. This one, which is a variation that I did on it. Uh, anyway, a lot of these are net decks, with the exception of this one, and I've made a couple of minor changes to the decks. Hey, Joss, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Um, Anyway, so I'm gonna start with this one, and we're gonna see if we can get a third turn kill, which would be amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna try out these decks and see if I can get a third turn kill for this one, and other than that, play some more consistent ones. Close enough. It's only Rashid. Anyway, we've got a pretty good hand for starts. It doesn't have what we really need it to have, though. But it is a pretty good hand because this is one of our main components of the deck, and so is this because it grabbed more parts of it. Um, this would be a good hand if it only had what we were really looking for, which I'll show you if we find it. Wow, this game likes to screw me. Okay, we're gonna do this on keep 5. What do I want? I gotta ditch 2. each land. 2 of these, and that'll be our 5. We're looking for this guy right here, Venerated Rot Priest. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. And we're trying to apply as many of those as possible. Unfortunately, our land comes into play tapped, so we're going to end up down a turn. The good news is we gain a life for it. That's perfectly okay. Uh, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Clown around a bunch? Alright, so we're going to put this one down first and see if he bombs out because he's playing red deck, which means he could just hit our creature and destroy it. She steals spells and puts them on him. So anytime somebody puts out a spell, um, he didn't like that very much. We kind of needed that though. We're gonna do this. See if we can draw another card. Yeah, that sounds about right. Uh, need to get one of these down, and then are the yeah okay. So we'll wait. We don't have any mana. We were really short on this hand, so it's not good. I hate Rashid when he jumps around. By the way, terrible. uh, but but tomfoolery is a lot of fun. There we go. We've applied our first poison counter right up top here, and stopped him from killing our creature. And our creature is indestructible now. He is going to kill our rot priest though, unfortunately. He doesn't get that the creature's indestructible. We're still going to take a lot of damage. Nothing we can do about that. Like I said, this thing's supposed to do. Does that have haste? Alright. Well, let's see. We'll wait just a second before we decide what to do. Okay. Hmm. Damn. Okay. We're gonna let him think he's okay. I don't think we're gonna get enough to kill him. There we go. I don't know what's with this dude. Like, he doesn't understand how hexproof works. It makes my creatures impervious to spells. Alright, well, I'm not gonna live much longer, unfortunately. And I've only got 3 poison counters down. This deck never seems to work right. I have no board wipes, so I'm kinda, like, just screwed. I'm straight up screwed. Nothing I can do about it. What really defines a genre, right? Is it, like, a certain beat? Is it, like, a certain timestamp? You know? Because there's a lot of crossover in metal, and sometimes I'm like, "This is just cool," and I don't know the difference between, um, death metal and doom metal and whatever, right? So many. Well, that's just it. Like you listen to a band and you're like, "This is really cool," and then you're like, "Well, what genre is this?" And I'm over here like, "Well, I think it's metal," right? But what type of metal? Because, you know, there's doom metal and like I said, death metal and everything. Everything has like a metal version of it. There's pop metal. But yeah, a couple of bands fit into like See, here it goes. It's a decent enough hand, but it's not what we really need, and we're looking for that third turn kill. And so I need the Rot Priest turn 1, and then I need, like, a bunch of other stuff to just pop off, and this deck never gives it to me. Um, so I don't know, like, give him the hello? What's he playing? Okay, he's playing some weird shit. Cool. We don't have anything for a turn or two, so uh, I would say that whoever built this deck and was like, "This is the one I'm gonna go with." Why? Like, it's supposed to have a third turn kill. Like I said, I've played it a bunch of times since I built it. Um, so this set came out and they said they had Toxic, which is a form of poison counters and stuff like that. I was like, that's gonna be awesome. Um, and so I looked up decks for it, and they were like, this is a third turn kill. This deck isn't consistent, it doesn't win, and I've never got a third turn kill. Um, and in Magic, those are like the most important things about like a deck is if it's going to be a third turn kill, which is cool. It's not a two turn kill like the last time they put out poison, but it's not consistent enough to play, and that's a problem. At least we have mana this time. I'm gonna let him take that one, so he's gonna kill our creature because this deck is not consistent. Well, I might be missing a couple cards that make it work really effectively, like these lands right here that come into play tapped or whatever. This one is not a good choice for the deck. I'm over here getting beat up by 1/1 so. And my Rot Priest, which there's 4 of them, they're nowhere nowhere in sight. We just pulled it back to our hand, so Well, I mean, these cards are actually they produce these in paper magic too. You know, you can own what's the professor call it? If you know who that is, you probably don't know who that is, but that's fine. Uh, uh, luxury cardboard or premium cardboard, right? I'm gonna put this on this stupid thing. That way we can kill one of their creatures and do something. Gotta get some poison damage down. Oh, good. Hmm. I made it to 3. Oh, good. Let's put this down. Gonna attack with this because he's really low on cards, so we're gonna see what we can do here. He's gonna block because it kills my creature, and we're gonna do 3 points of damage. Huh, okay. Okay, well, I mean, he created a big creature, but that doesn't mean much. And we'll get a proliferate, so we'll get to 6. We don't need too much to actually win. We gotta get this number here, the little drop at the top of the screen next to 17. The 17 says life. The drop is poison. If we get that to 10, we win. Like I said, this deck just doesn't do anything freaking consistent, and it's stupid. All that, and I didn't draw anything I could put on this to draw a card. If we win, it'll be a miracle. We'll put this down because we're gonna need blockers. We have nothing that does poison on the board right now. This can stack up though. But we're gonna have to block twice, and it makes him indestructible. So we're gonna do that. So I need to play this card on this. That way I can draw. Okay, that's cool. They're playing braids. I kind of like this card. Because it's a black card. I normally play like mono black stuff. In fact, the toxic deck that I built is mono black. Anyway, we're gonna play this here. It's gonna cause us to draw a card. Where this spell or this creature is gonna steal it, so we're gonna take action on that. So they both become indestructible. And does it give it? It gets us 4 life for that, which is cool. And that guy would have been so great sooner. Oh, he sacrificed an artifact. Hmm. Apparently, they want me to sacrifice a permanent. Sure. We'll give up a land for that. Ah. So whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2. If you do, you get a proliferate. So we're definitely going to do that. Anything to keep this thing rolling, because I don't know why he's saying oops. Maybe they think they have something. We got 2 poison counters to go. Ooh, he put him back out. And it's all hasty and shit. Uh, I will block with the thrumming bird. And I guess I'll take 6. He can't do 5 damage. I mean, he can in a couple turns, but okay, so he sacrificed a creature and he wants me to as well. That's pretty nasty, actually. Oh man. Okay. Apparently, I'm not gonna get what I need. All I need is 1 card, and we could win this fucking deck, man. Nothing makes me saltier than this deck at the moment. Yeah, you aren't gonna attack with braids. Well, let's see. All I need is 1. Just 1. Like I said, this deck doesn't do anything freaking consistent, so... I'm about to give up just because the thing won't, you know? Like, this is the worst part of this game, honestly. I just have to sit here and wait till he figures out how to actually kill me. I want to submit 0. Yeah, we're good on this one. Give him the good game. I can't deal with him drawing 4 more cards. This match is just terrible. Like I said, that happens like every game with this deck for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just... I don't think it's a good build. I think that's 90% of what it is. Does it do a third turn kill? I've never seen it. See, here it is. And again, it's giving us, like, we might be able to work with this. Probably not. Everybody's so polite today. They're actually being like, hello. If he doesn't bomb this out right off the bat. Like, that's another problem with this deck. It's got a bunch of really small creatures, which isn't so bad, except they're very big threats. And so they automatically get bombed out before they get started. Anyway, we're gonna try something. Confirm. We're gonna go on this. That way we draw a card, and then put it over here on this one as well. So they're both immortal. We get one card. We'll see if we can attack. We don't do any poison damage because this creature doesn't have toxic. It's just flying and the ability to steal cards that are placed on other creatures. Should let you build a deck. I have to sacrifice a creature? Okay, we'll sacrifice this one. Well, if you know anything about deck construction, 100% lets you do it. We're gonna do this again to see if we can draw a card. And we're actually gonna pay one this time. So all our creatures will get +1/+1. Here we are, drawing land. Done no poison damage whatsoever. We're gonna return our own creature to our hand, that way we can proliferate twice for no reason. This deck is garbage. I need one of those little things with the sign in front of it and the guy drinking coffee, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, this deck isn't garbage, convince me otherwise. That old meme. Anyway, this deck is garbage. I I don't know what it would take to make that thing work. See if we get a good hand for this one. Yo, Z, how's it going? Okay. Okay. Gain life, see what they're playing. Why would you say that? Oh, non-creature spell. Okay. Well, mm, yeah, we'll do this. We just want to draw cards. Yeah, we'll grab this. Because next turn we're going to apply our poison counter. We're going to play this as a land, and then we're going to play this, and it'll make them sack their creature. They'll get a poison counter, and we'll get rolling. That's how quick it is. Oh, I would have been like, no as well. Foot of snow? I mean, I wouldn't have to leave the house at all if there was a foot of snow. Just, to begin with, but whatever. Okay, cool. So we've got this, which is toxic, and whenever you proliferate, you get to bring it back from the graveyard to your hand. Whenever one or more counters are put on a permanent or a player, all deals damage target opponent. Okay, so let's put another poison counter on him. I wonder if that counts. About to find out. Nope. We can apply as much poison as we need to. uh, maybe I should have countered that. We'll counter and we'll proliferate. We're just telling him no, he can't play the spell that he was going to play. And we'll play this, and they'll have to get rid of their thing. We'll apply another poison counter. See, we're barely even into it, and we've already applied like 5 poison counters. 3 turns? 30 turns as long as you win, right? Uh, we'll wait. We'll see what he's doing. We have counter spells, so we need to make sure those apply. So we'll do this, and we'll proliferate. So we'll get our creature back. Put this down. See, already up to 6 counters up there. He's got no creatures and done next to no damage. That's how well this deck works. Okay, he wants to kill our creature again. Our creature's not really what's killing him, though. Ooh. Check it out. I can do that. Yeah, we'll take one of those. And I'll get my creature back. Yo, how's it going, Earth? How are you doing this evening? Just did a lot of damage, so that's good. Like, it's slowly ticking up. Not as fast as we are, but pretty good. Okay, cool. So, we're gonna draw 3 cards. And it's gonna be mostly garbage. We're gonna apply this so we gain a life back. We're gonna hit his creature with -4. And we'll also apply more poison. They both sound they both sound pretty hot garbage. Uh, well, I mean, I kind of just woke up from a nap too, so damn. Did we not get our poison counter? He killed his own creature, I think. Anyway, we'll apply our own creature. I love a good nap, honestly. Signs you're down with adulting when you're like, oh, that was a great nap. We need to apply more poison counters. Grab Vraska. We'll hold on to our creature in case we need to counter him, because our life is getting a little bit low. Yeah, we'll counter that. Pretty sure it was only pie, not the rest of that. All right, so we need one more point of poison damage. However, we get that. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, see, they gave up. They gave up. I didn't think it was on the same day as Pi Day. Well, I mean, I'm always down for pie. See, that deck works so much better. It's just more consistent. We have more draw card. We have more poison being applied regularly versus looking for just like one slap that never seems to come. See, and we can keep this hand. Like we don't have to look for a specific hand. We can just kind of keep whatever we want. I can't counter anything. I'm gonna play this just because I gotta wait for 3 before I can counter spells. As in 3 mana. The symbols at the top of the card. I needed to be able to counter that because that's an enchantment. It's just gonna sit there and be annoying. Eh, everybody has their preferences. So he's playing a mono white poison deck, which I've thought about putting together. I'm not going to play our creature because I want to hold for counter spells. He's going to get a creature every turn. He's going to get one of these things at the cost of 1 life. But I want to be able to counter stuff like that. That might be bigger that comes out, especially in the early game. I do like a good steak. I mean, I do like a good steak, but it has to be done right. You know, I also like a good brisket or a good pulled pork. Um, had like pulled chicken tacos the other night, and it was amazing. Is it not letting me proliferate? I'll hold on to that, and we'll put these down. I'm out of counter spells. I like medium. Medium, medium rare. Steak blue? I've never heard of that term. What are they even doing? Like if it's what are they even doing? I'm so lost. Like if it's that rare, what are they even doing? Like they like take it out of the package and they throw it on the counter and they're like, "Well, it's like 90 degrees outside today." And they wait for like however long it takes it to get to room temperature. I'm baffled. Like cooking was invented for a reason, and it's so we could have cleaner, safer food and caramelization when it comes to sugar and stuff. So, um, all bad things, but delicious, right? Yeah, he is just gonna wreck. He only does 1 point of poison. I've got nothing to get rid of all those because this deck doesn't have any responses to that. Anyway, we're gonna put this down. It'll die next turn, but we're gonna proliferate. Board management, that's what's up. I don't know if I have any board wipes in standard right now because I haven't played standard in a while. I usually play historic because I have a lot of cards that have built up over time. And like I said, we're just gonna get wrecked at this point. He's, got at least 2 points of poison damage that he's gonna do, and he's gonna do like, oh, he had to remember to kill my card. That wasn't enough. Anyway, let's see if we can distorted curiosity draw anything worth a shit. Give him the good game on that one. If I had a board wipe, it would be better because then I could get rid of all those creatures. But anyway, this deck is much better because it's more consistent about grabbing the cards that it needs when it needs them and applying poison counters pretty much from the get-go, even though we only get one at a time. Only having to apply 10 in order to win the game makes it so much faster and more dangerous. Anyway, this is the one that I built. And maybe since I have enough, right? Maybe we'll build a mono white poison.
No Trashid has come to join the machine with 20 views.
Welcome in, Raiders. Not Rashid. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Hope your stream was amazing. I'm just playing some Magic, and we have a decent hand. I had the mulligan one, but we had a decent hand. What were you playing? What's it say? Does it say you were playing something? No? I need better updates on that. Anyway, this is a mono black toxic build, uh, as far as it goes. It's pretty consistent. Put down a rat. Fire away with this. We've got 1 point of poison down, and now we just need to. Oh, thank you for those shout outs. Uh, put down another rat. There we go. Um, she was painting. Uh, all right. So enchanted player. Okay. I gotta gain 1 life and lose a life every turn or something for attacking. They want to hold me off. Apparently they had nothing. Apparently they had nothing. So, best of luck to them. Let me switch that. There we go. All right, off to go again. We already won that one because apparently they didn't get a good hand. I was hoping for a better game than that, but these things happen, you know? All right. This is not the best or the worst hand. We have 2 staffs at completion. We really only need one. We really only need one for what we're doing. They're an awesome card, and they help give us a little bit of longevity at the cost of our life. And since we play mono black a lot, we're used to paying that cost. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna draw a land to make sure we get to at least 3 or 4. We do have some other cool splashes in the deck that are pretty vicious. See if we can kill his hopeful initiate. Huh? Okay, this might be bad. They're gonna have like a bunch of counters that stack up, so this is probably some kind of white weenie deck. Yeah, yeah. That's why. That's why they were asking you. It's because did you spell it wrong? Because if you spelled it wrong, I still don't have any poison counters. I need to apply a poison counter. There we go. Now we've got a poison counter on him. Now we'll do better. Other soldiers get +1/+1. Oh man, like I said, it's gonna be one of those things where they just build up the deck. Exile target creature. I gain 3 life, so bonus. But he's gonna do 3 damage, so kind of a null point. Okay, we'll play the Dross Pit. I'm gonna pay 4 to draw a card to see if that helps me. I can't really. I have to wait for them to attack, and I can't keep paying life for it. This card is cool, but dangerous because we could eventually kill ourselves with it, right? And he's gonna block us out like every freaking time. Man, that sucks. We just don't have the creature spread to cover this. And we have only 1 point applied, so not much we can do about that. Give him the good game, and we're off to dying. No point in blocking that. I don't have anything for it. See, it's showing his clips, it looks like, but it's putting up your name? Yeah, no, 100% broken. Well, I'm sorry we couldn't give you a better shout out. I appreciate the raid though. Yeah, I haven't played Gwent like ever. Seen good things about it. I've watched Overworld Live play it. They had a pretty cool deck. Pretty cool couple of decks. uh, See, there's the hardcore version of the shout out. That'll do. That'll do. Oh, good. He's not gonna let anything sit on the board. That's nice. Oh yes, I definitely know it's I know it's free. I just spend all my time playing Magic, so I don't need another card game, which is why I haven't done it. Like, what am I gonna do with another card game where I have to like, you know, beat people and gain more cards and whatever? All right, so we are going to hit it with a -4, and it'll proliferate, and we'll use that as a way to apply poison. I do have Monot practice. I do. Also, did I tell you that I got did I tell you that I got another fight stick? I don't know if I can really get into Yu-Gi-Oh that much. All right, so we're gonna swing with this, and then if he blocks, we'll apply this. That puts him down where we can actually kill him. Um, so I sold the Final Form 500. Um, because you can't have too many sticks, but you should probably be reasonable about it. Doing this one so we can proliferate. This is a Hori Alpha. Yeah, we're gonna apply that poison. Put this down. We're gonna do that, and then proliferate again. Yeah, so this is a Hori Alpha. It's got PS14s in it from Saimitsu instead of Hayabusa buttons, and it's got a link. And it's the lightest stick I've owned, aside from the F300 that I had for a while. So yeah, it's also got an optical lever in it, so it's pretty nice. Actually, what do I want? What's this? Creates treasure. Okay, so we're gonna actually do this and get rid of this guy. We'll apply this, and we'll just throw down the whole hand because it can't hurt, right? And we can't do enough damage to get past this guy, so we're not going to attack this turn because we don't have enough. Well, the cool part is the whole thing opens up, right? So because it opens up, I can take the lever and I can set it inside it. Because one of the reasons I wanted the alpha is because it had the clamshell, like the old TE2. So it's lightweight. It has the link on it, and it opens up like a clamshell, like a TE2 does. And those are all advantages when it comes to traveling, and replacing parts. Also, uh, the top plexi is made to come up easily. It's got like little clips here or whatever that you just pop up once you remove all the buttons and stuff. So you can replace the artwork really easy. But other than that, this is the inside of a fight stick. All things I can't do with my obsidian. Yeah, 30mm buttons. For those who don't know, this is the obsidian. It doesn't open up, but it's a premium build stick, pretty much, with Sanwas in it. That's how it comes. It comes stock with Sanwas. This guy's like roping me. Um, in the Hori Alpha, they're PS15s or 14s. I think they're 14s. Hori would be Hayabusas. It would be Hayabusas for the whole thing, except I bought it from Final Form, and Final Form customizes all of his sticks. And the one thing I hadn't tried was more Saimitsu buttons. I do like the Hayabusas. I do like the Hayabusa buttons, especially because they have that really cool what is it that textured finish over the top of them. Other than that, they're really light, snappy buttons, and the PS14s are actually like that. Like the PS14s are actually like that, except I would probably trade like the PS14s feel a lot like Hayabusas to me as far as like the button tap goes, but I like Hayabusas better because like I said they have that like mesh or that textured top feel, and I like it better than that. Um, the Hayabusa lever doesn't really feel a whole lot different than huh, they just gave up finally. I've been waiting for that. Um, the Hayabusa lever feels like a Sanwa JLF, feels like a Saimitsu LS32. Uh, the Final Form 500 had PS15s in it, and the Hayabusa or the Saimitsu uh, LS32 stick. And like I said, they're all relative. This one's a little bit different. It's a little bit harder to find the corners on, like in the box gate. So there's that. So far, my favorite buttons by far are actually the Quanba gravities. I really like those buttons. Actual IL buttons. We'll put this down first so we can draw a card later. Uh, get our death touch in. Like I said, I really like the gravities. I really like the gravities. Uh, they feel good. They're quiet, shorter versions. Um, I'm a little bit lost on that one, but okay. So we're gonna apply a poison counter, make him sacrifice a creature, and then we're gonna attack with 2. That way we get up to 4 poison counters right there, and then we just keep the pressure up. Like they have a really long press. Oh, okay. So they're designed for like a wooden base, like a quarter inch or whatever it is, a wooden base versus like. Well, I mean, if they were designed right, I guess you might be able to bring them down. But it should really matter where the top of the button is, right? Not the bottom of the button. Oh, you've done you've actually built some boxes for fight sticks. Oh, well, have you built an all buttons though? Because I've kind of decided that when I do go with an all buttons, I'm going to just fill it with nothing but um we're gonna play a different one real quick. And then I might build one. Um we're gonna play this version of it. But I'm gonna go with gravities for my all buttons fight stick controller thing. It's gonna be expensive because that's like probably $100 worth of buttons. Oh, do you have a picture of it? I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't like this hand. Uh, I don't like this hand either, but it'll do. Okay, that sounds nice. Sounds heavy, honestly. It sounds kind of heavy. Okay, it's an oil deck. I mean, my regular fight stick is the obsidian, and it's an entirely aluminum frame, which sounds all like aerospace lightweight or something, but it's not. I need a blue. Apparently, we're gonna get screwed. What do we got? Oh, they're playing red. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, if I had some woodworking tools or something like that, like some actual like woodworking tools, I'd probably think about building my own box. Can't be too hard. And the best part is I could be specific about what I want and like how far I want the spacing to be. That thing's just gonna get worse the more counters it has on it. We're gonna. I need to apply poison. We're gonna go with this one and see if we can draw a card. Well, that's the other reason I wanted the That's the other reason I wanted the alpha. Uh, is because it has the Hori Nor layout versus my standard, which is just Bulix. Well, Isn't that what they normally run? All 30 millimeter buttons, unless they're doing an all button stick. Because do they run 24 millimeters on Hitbox? What do I want? I don't know what I want. I'll put this down. We'll proliferate one, gain 2 life, lose whatever. Yo, how's it going? How's it going, Tux? Great to see you. What have you been up to, man? I don't have very big hands, so I think like the 24 millimeter buttons would probably be a good thing in a hitbox or something like that. What's not fun about just like being like on both sides of it, right? Ouch, we are just gonna get wrecked. I don't think we can win this one. Oh, okay. So you know exactly what we're talking about right now. I don't want to do this yet. I think we're just gonna get our ass kicked and die, and there's not much we can do about it. So, I was just showing off the fight stick. This is the Quamba Obsidian, which is the one I use mainly, and then I just got a new one. Let me do this turn, put an oil counter on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. And then I just got this one, which is the Hori Alpha, but it's got custom parts in it. So it's got an optical lever with a link so I can travel with it, and it's got Saimitsu buttons. It's gonna die. Let's do this. Make it indestructible or something. Hard to deal with. Um, yeah, so I've been trying out different fight sticks with different buttons and different things like that. I think it would be really cool. I think it'd be really cool to buy one of those travel screens and get like the box for the arcade. That way I could stick my laptop in and play fighting games on it. I think that would be the best way to go for a home cabinet because then you could use your laptop for other things and you could just, you know, yeah. And those travel screens are pretty good. You get 1080p out of it, which is way more than enough for a fighting game. I don't need 4K for that. So let's do something different. Let's see if we can build the mono white version. Like the wrong one. We're gonna build mono white toxic, proliferate real quick, and then we'll see if we get wrecked. What are they having you put in? It might have froze for a minute. It's been doing this recently, where it's just like the game itself just doesn't like it when you search for stuff. Um, okay, we want 4 of these that we can make sure we can get. What do they have you put in like the regular arcades? Target creature gets +2 until end of turn. If that creature has toxic, draw a card. That sounds good. We're gonna craft some of those. This is double strike and toxic. Definitely doing that. As long as it's your turn, Duelist Deep Faith has first strike. Uh, oh, what? Well, that seems kind of broken. Put out these. So these ones produce a when they die, they produce a colorless Phyrexian Might, which also has toxic. So it's like getting a free creature when it dies, which is pretty nice. Enters battlefield, exile target artifact, creature, and opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until. Okay, and it has Toxic 1. That's pretty handy. I don't know, we're just putting in 4 of like everything at the moment, and then we'll determine what we're gonna do. Deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control, target player or creature or planeswalker. Uh, okay. That's actually pretty handy too. I might need 4 of those for later. Um, like I said, we're just. It's gonna be rather I guess it's gonna be a white weenie kind of. Enters the battlefield, create 2 colorless Phyrexian Might. And okay, so that's a return a spell thing. What are they doing with this? We'll put in 2 of these because that's kind of important. Let's see what they have for proliferate. See if they have any of that. Is that all blue and black stuff? Because I kind of want to just build mono white. We can put 2 of these in, and that won't hurt it. I guess they leave proliferate to green, and each color has like specific things, right, that they do. And so in this set, they're kind of leaving proliferate to green, blue, and black. Activate only as a sorcery. Hmm. Shield counters. Oh, well, that's equipment. Okay, let's search here. Is she eating gummy bears or something? Yo, Jar, how's it going? We're just in the process of building a toxic white deck. Whenever Glider attacks, if the opponent has 3 or more poison counters, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. That's pretty cool, actually. So we can stack up a little bit to get around it. Okay. I mean, that game's actually fun. I do like the little snaky game. Um, future business logo. What kind of business? Um, tap target creature. Activate only if opponent has 3 or more poison counters. That's a me. I mean, it's cheap enough, but it's expensive at the same time. Good stuff for getting around. Whenever artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it's +1/+1. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. We want to do poison stuffs. Veil of Assimilation. Whenever a Veil of Assimilation or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 gauge of vigilance until end of turn. Hmm. So I haven't really looked to figure out like what I'm supposed to do. Okay, okay, like a more high-end chauffeur service. That sounds cool. I know when I worked at the airport, there was a couple people who did like the Uber Black stuff, and they had like the suits and the ties and all that stuff. Um, okay, that's weird. Uh, enchant basic land you control. Oh, okay, yeah, I want these. They exile creatures when they come into play, and they sit on the land, so they're hard to get rid of. Oh, more cheap removal stuff. Okay, so we're probably a little bit high on cards. Like we've got a lot for whatever reason. Oh, okay. So wonder if I have any. I need to see if I have any enters the battlefield effects. Uh, not that one. What's this? If damage would be dealt to, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, deals that much damage to any target. And I have one of those. Okay, running that thing. It's like the opposite of Phyrexian Obliterator, which is really cool. Is there a difference between being an Uber driver or being a taxi driver and being a chauffeur? I mean, you're still driving people around. You're just driving one person instead of multiple. I'm a little bit confused about why that's a thing. Like why a chauffeur license would be a thing. Okay, that's interesting. They did mirror stuff with what's left of Mirrodin. Uh, okay, well, let's put this in standard format so we can see how many cards too many we have. We aren't gonna run that one. We have too many cards, so I like these. Those are good. I mean, it's gonna be small, so hopefully it'll be relatively fast. Um, charge mites. Okay, so we're gonna go leave that because it's draw a card. That's actually really good, but probably get away with only three of those. Almost down. Far enough. What's our highest converted mana cost? Our highest converted mana cost is 4. We're just gonna drop 2 lands, and let's see what lands we have. Is that it? Is that it for the entire set? Really? We'll take this off. See what? Oh, maybe I should see not collected. Okay. Why? Why? I mean, what's the difference between a taxi and a rideshare? Like, who decided that? Like, you call somebody, they show up, and the difference is one has a business license to own like a fleet of cars versus you who just have one. And so that would be the only difference I can think of with taxis. I mean, it gets really complicated, right? And I didn't think one-on-one like personal taxis, like that would be that big a deal. Um, see if we need anything else. I don't think we need anything else. All right, let's try this train wreck. We have a little bit of removal. We don't have any like board wipes or anything. Like I really like board wipes. They're good. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess there's that. I'm just thinking like, what's the difference between somebody driving you and somebody driving you and somebody driving you? Uh, I mean, if it's a chauffeur, it's your car they're normally driving, right? If it's a taxi, it's the company car they're driving, and if it's rideshare, it's their car. But either way, somebody's driving you. So what's the difference? Pizza noodles? Pizza noodles, like noodles with pizza stuff. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a artifact or creature card from it. Then, oh, okay. I mean, that's cool. It's a repeat of an old card with a different name. Oh no, if I went to sign up for a taxi company and they were like, "You got to use your own car," I'd be like, "That's not how taxis work." Bye. Uh, so it's just an excuse term to get around the kiddo. Well, yeah, right. Like I said, but you could be a taxi driver and see the same dude every day if they didn't have a car and you lived in New York or something like that. I assume. Oh, cool. uh, I mean, if you make it like pizza, it could really work out. I mean, hey, can't beat that. Oh, they said no. They're like, you can't have that guy. Okay, fair enough. Well, that sounds expensive. A 3 hour trip. This has come with a side of diabetes. Oh man. Uh. Oh yeah. No. Well, I've definitely seen the amounts of money it costs. What? They're gonna make me sacrifice that too? Uh, what's the cost on this one? Discard a card. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna put down the staff. We're gonna swing with everything we got because that's the kind of deck this is. This is the kind of deck where we just try to put out as many creatures as possible. I don't have a good format for it at the moment. We just winged putting this thing together. We have no creatures that can block. Gonna proliferate. Submit one. I mean, we can't do that too many times, so they can swing on us for 3. And I don't have a card to discard, so we can get rid of this thing, which is going to turn into a werewolf. $200 to $300 for a trip isn't bad, and if you enjoy the company of the person you're riding with, you know, I think that's really worth it. Hey, well, as long as you can tell them it's pizza noodles, and you know that's the winning combination. Oh man, I need to get. I can't block. I can't really afford to pay the cost for this not to hit me. And it won't let me pay the life because I don't have it. Good game. That's the best we could do with it. That's really the best we could do with it, right? Um, I mean, we had like one more point of poison damage we could have done, or that we had to do to win. We didn't gain enough. Excuse me. You know, if you're willing to work with your customers like that, and I don't think it's a bad thing, especially if you're cutting out the middleman. I don't think that's a really big problem at all, personally. I don't know the legalities of that, so don't let me say it's a good thing, necessarily. Know your rules, but also at the same time, I don't disapprove because well, people need to butt out more. There we go. Now we're gonna have to exile that one. No, we're not gonna block. We're just gonna take it. We'll do this one. And we'll get 3, 4, 5 points. 5 points. Not bad. I'm gonna have to get rid of that thing. Equal to the number of creatures you control. We'll put down this guy, and then we'll swing with all these dudes. They get a search for stuff. 200 is a round trip. I'm making 3 get greedy, and they get people. Okay. I mean, can't argue with that, right? Oh, very nice. We'll put down this, and deals damage equal to. All right. Got to keep swinging for poison. He'll block it, kill one, get one of his creatures back. It'll go up to 7. Phyrexian Vindicator will keep doing its thing. Can't beat it if they pay more and help out, and they want more of a personal chauffeur experience. I mean, that's really the goal, isn't it? We'll sacrifice this. I mean, that's what I would be aiming for if I had like a business thing to work on, is the idea that it would be affordable, it would help people out, and I would be sustainable, maybe even expandable to the point where um I need to wait so I can get through these. Well, that's the thing. Operating privately, you might be able to do so. You might be able to do so provided you can handle the licenses, right? You're gonna get messed up. The zombie hordes have come out too big. I don't think there's a lot we can do about it. This is where having a board wipe in the deck would be really excellent. Alright, so he has some threats, but not enough. I need to get 2 points of poison, and I don't have really like a way of applying that outside from applying a different color to the deck, like blue or black or something. This thing's supposed to be really lightweight. That means you pay like 2 or 3 and like the whole deck comes out. Uh uh we're gonna get wrecked because look at this. I didn't think this was standard playable still. But this means my zombie deck is standard playable too. I have a zombie deck.
Fatality.
If he's okay, we're just gonna good game and we're kind of like he needs to be attacking. He's just sitting there like I'm gonna let his deck play out all day. We don't have time for that. Unfortunately, I only have 15 minutes left to wreck a couple people or
I
get
got a
wrecked
bad
by them,
feeling about this.
and then we're good to go. But we're gonna go back to historic because I modified one of my favorite decks. um, and I made it dangerous. So I really like my Mirari Storm deck, and so I made Mirari Toxic Storm, um, because poison. And it actually improves the deck because it has Proliferate, which actually helps me get to my um, enchantment abilities faster. And so getting to the enchantment abilities faster is really cool, because then I can duplicate spells quicker and I can get to more storm stuff even if it's not. And I've reduced a couple of the other cards. With this deck, I had somebody who put down a jank pile of like 200 cards. Like this dude, he's probably got a jank pile of 200 cards right now. And I removed all of them with Tasha's hideous laughter. I found it funny. They probably hated life. This guy's got 124 cards. Like, what is he doing? Uh, we'll put down this as blue for the moment. That way we can opt, and we'll opt on the end of the turn. Cat Oven was cool. Cat Oven is banned because Cat Oven wasn't something that was easily stoppable. Um, I did like Cat Oven. It's terrible to play against because you can't get rid of the cats. They just come back. Like, you have to work really hard at it, and that's why they ban it. Uh, that, and I think there was some other reason they might have banned it as well. But yeah, Cat Oven was taken out. Well, you would sacrifice the cat, and you do a point of damage or whatever, and then you get a because the oven produces a food token or whatever. You'd sacrifice a food token to get the cat back, and because it's sacrifice ability, they've got when it comes to magic, they've done a couple things. They've given us sacrifice mechanics, right? And they've used them in the past, like regularly. But they've gotten rid of a lot of those sacrifice mechanics because sacrifice is as instantaneous as tapping land. You can't stop somebody from tapping for mana. You can't. You can't change the color quick enough. There's nothing you can do that stops that. It's like the fastest thing in the game. And the other fastest thing in the game, of course, is the sacrifice ability. So when you go to sacrifice something, there's nothing they can put on the stack to stop you from doing that because you're in charge of your own creatures and you're in charge of sacrificing them. So if you have a sacrifice ability, so they've gotten rid of like creatures that would have a serious sack engine and they usually put some kind of limiter on them. Um there's no Nuntaku shades, there's no stuff like that anymore in Magic really. Uh what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start this chain. So this is our Mirari conjecture, and we put this down, and it lets us return an instant or a sorcery, or an instant the first turn, and then the next turn it'll let us return a sorcery, and then the turn after that it'll let us duplicate spells. That's where the storm part comes in, and then we have Thousand Year Storm, which every spell played before it, it duplicates it. So, and it gets really big and really messy. And we really need it to get really big and really messy very fast because this guy's gonna stack up like crazy because this person's probably playing some kind of, yeah, they've got all kinds of tokens they're going to put down, so they're gaining life every turn, and this guy's going to get ridiculously large, and we don't really have a response to that. This deck's entirely made of spells, and if something comes out too fast, it just doesn't work for us. But yeah, the cat was deemed too powerful. The oven is whatever, but the cat was deemed way too powerful. See, they're going to be able to do like a million damage. Good game, buddy. I don't have any response to that. I don't have any way of removing it. I can kill him if he gets to 200 life. That's not a problem. But I don't have any response to remove a creature that big. All my stuff's made for like spot checking creatures. And if we run into anything that removes our graveyard, if we run into anything that removes our graveyard, it's not going to work out. But the deck overall, because I added the proliferate stuff, is more consistent. If it'll show us today. sometimes sometimes the heart of the cards just disagrees, and it's probably because I'm referencing Yu-Gi-Oh while playing Magic. We'll draw a card. Uh, yeah, we'll take a shock. See, I keep running in. They like in historic. All they want to play is these like 130 card decks. What are you even doing with your life to build a 130 card deck? Like you're just like, oh, I'm gonna throw everything in there, and some of them are actually combo decks, which is pretty cool. But I'm like, why? Add 1 mana of any color when spend this mana. Cast a dragon creature spell. Scry 2. Okay. Do I want to play that yet? No, I don't want to play that yet. Oh, now I need green because I'm gonna have to discard a card. Damn. We'll get rid of this one. Yo, Cheeto dude, how's it going? Just playing some Magic. Trying to play some Magic. Um, this person's got like 100 million card deck. We'll slow him a turn. Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh instead? Or Pokemon? Ah, well, that's okay. Pokemon was create. Come on, can I get a land? Sorry, got to bitch at the game for a minute. Um, Pokemon was actually created by Wizards of the Coast, and then Wizards of the Coast sold Pokemon. I think something like that. But originally it was kind of like Magic Light to get kids into it because it was Pokemon based, and now it stands firmly on its own. Like if you want to talk about the three most popular TCG games, Magic obviously. Okay, so we're gonna use this spell. We're gonna copy this lantern over here because it gives us the ability to use any color of mana we want, and that fixes our mana problems. So we can use this card, and we can search for another land because it doesn't matter anymore. But we are going to specifically search for a green land. That way, we don't have to worry about this. We've got to get to a point where we can. I think we can actually drop Storm because this produces a mana. They're going to do a lot of damage to us in the process, though. They might kill us before we get to it. I need 2 turns. I need 2 turns. Do I have 2 turns? I need this turn where I place this, and then I need one more turn after that. And we'll see if we get it. Yeah, no, that happens as days pass. So, can they do 1 point of damage to me? Is this it? Because they couldn't apply it to their creatures. Oh, we're gonna lose. Just we needed that turn. I don't have anything I can do. Whatever. This dude's taking forever with his jank pile. I'm trying to get a win in before we have to get out of here. uh, Well, that got awkward really, really fast. Alright, so I'm gonna try and, like, turbo out the gate with this and see if we can get somewhere. This person has a regular sized deck. Holy shit. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna search. We're gonna pull a red. We don't really need all the colors of our deck to make this thing operate. We mainly just need, like, blue and red mostly. Not even gonna let that thing come out. That's just trouble. Definitely don't want that to come out either. Let's put this down. Whenever anything dies, then we end up taking damage for it, so we can't leave that thing on the board. It's a really fun deck. Oh, it's this deck, even worse. So this card flips over, but it's broken to begin with. Like that whole deck is broken. Anyway, let's slow him down a turn. So we're doing the kicker cost on this, so we paid for so we could draw a card because we need to get as many land out as possible. That's funny. I'll put this down. This thing's gonna put out treasure every time it hits us, and that's gonna really mess us up. Okay, so he's gonna create all the mana stuffs. It'd be nice if I got my board wipe for this deck. That'd be cool. Well, that sucks. Anyway, um, we're gonna see if we can survive one more turn and get the storm going. Because if we can get the storm going, then we'll be good to go. Like, we can become unstoppable really, really fast. Really fast. But eyeliner and scarves, they could make a pirate, right? A very fashionable one. Okay, well, we need to get rid of that guy. And we need to get rid of all this stuff. He's gonna make more treasure. He's gonna be able to play his whole hand. Apparently, he's gonna pop off instead. Oh, no, we're gonna pop off. Let's see, I need 4. So, I can play a land. I can play this for 1. Oh, perfect. So, we're just gonna, like, hardcore pop off. This is gonna be nice. Hopefully, we're gonna kill him this turn. I don't need a land, because I already played the land for the turn. Fuck. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna come back from the sea. We have 4 men open. Oh, we're gonna give him the good game, see if he wants to quit after we play this, and drop all this treasure on the board. He doesn't want none. We're about to pop off heavy, heavy. Every time we play a spell, it counts up, adds more spells to the list that we get to use, and this one gets us mana. And then the Bound of Flourishing, that would have got us life back if we needed life. But then we were going to drop Prologue to Phyrexia, right? And we were going to apply 10 poison counters as quickly as humanly possible and just annihilate him. That's what we were going to do. I'm gonna give it one more try to see if I can get it to go. We did technically pop off like right before we died, but it's not as cool if they don't let us see it. Wow, that is so terrible. Oh man. Anyway, we'll do this. We'll do this. Search for land. Say hello. We're gonna see if we can't scare this dude. Oh, he's playing like blue red right off the bat. Uh, we'll place this down. Do that. He's playing opt, so I don't know if he's playing a control deck. Could be. Could be. Oh, creature feature, gotcha. Alright, so we're gonna play this. We're gonna zap this guy before he gets any bigger. Gonna Bound to Flourishing to see what we find. Okay. So Bound to Flourishing is really cool because it gets us 3 life, and also if we find a permanent card, we can grab it and put it into our hand. So that helps us find our enchantments, and it helps us find land. Because this is a third turn kind of deck. Um, play this as this. And Prowess, spellcast, non-creature spell, counterstrike. Okay, cool. So we're gonna wait till they attack us. We're gonna whip it back to their hand because they think they're gonna like pump up their creature a whole bunch, and they are, and we don't really have a choice in it. Turn on full control over in the corner there. Their deck kind of works like a storm deck, except it just builds up the power of the creature. Um, okay, that, okay. We'll see if we can draw a card, whip this thing back, and we'll see if they have a counter spell to pump it up even more. There it is. I don't know if we're gonna do so well just because we have to survive this onslaught. So we're gonna we're gonna do this, and we're gonna pay to attack it. Why did it do that? I have this open. It doesn't need. Does it? Well, whatever. I have a blocker for a second. Yay, pizza noodles. Right? Oh, and it doesn't exist, so we're just gonna die. Trying to get one good one in here, but we keep getting tanked, and it's not really showing off the deck. It was coming out so well, but like I said, that's just magic. It happens. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna mulligan, see what we get. Okay, I'll take it. We're gonna keep 6. We're gonna ditch the guy's blessing. We're gonna play this as a red, and we'll worry about drawing a card next turn. Hmm. I'm also looking for a raid so we can get out of here. If this person would stop roping or figure out what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Can I get both steak and pie? That would be amazing. So we're gonna put this one down, and then we'll let him go. Deals 1 damage, discards a card, and I have to choose what to discard. Hmm. I don't want to discard anything. Uh, we'll play this. Oh, it's gonna make me do it first. Damn. We'll discard this. It's not gonna matter much. We just won't have to risk paying life for it. We're gonna search. Don't want that right yet. Perfect. This is what we want. We're gonna play the green side of it. And we got screwed. Nice. I can live with this. I worry because they're playing a little bit of discard. It's not a ridiculous deck, but it's pretty bad. Play that. I need one more spell, and we can start our return rotation. Perfect. He's playing mono black, so he can't do anything about our enchantments. I mean, there's like maybe one card, and I don't remember if it's well, it should be legal because this is historic. So, but most people don't remember that it's there. But Black did have a couple cards that got rid of enchantments, which was pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna play this and see if we can find ourselves another land. We need another red, and then if we don't get discarded, we're gonna draw a bunch of cards. We are trying to get to 7, and I need 2 green, 2 red, and 3 blue. So I preferably need a green or a red. Let's see what we can find real quick. Well, that would guarantee it to us next turn. Let's take a chance. Okay. We're gonna take 5 damage. It's not gonna hurt us too bad. Damn. We're gonna take like 7 damage. Nice. Alright. I really want to kill their creature. I'm not going to, and that might be a mistake. I'm gonna I'm gonna discard this card as much as I want to draw cards. We're gonna draw 4 cards because we're gonna get 2. We're gonna get a bunch of stuff. Oh, there's the card we need. Pay 2 life for that. Now we can put out this. So this is gonna let us see a bunch of cards, and then it's gonna let us draw a bunch of cards, and it's gonna be amazing because it lets us put all these permanents into play. It's a free way to get Storm out. I am gonna kill his creature. I am gonna kill his creature. How much does this cost to? Goodbye to that guy. And for the sake of doing it, because I don't think I have enough, I'll do this so I can draw 2. I'm gonna have to get rid of cards anyway, but I needed the life. Uh, okay, so discard a card. Actually, I'll discard a shock. There we go. We're about to pop off heavy. Um, oh, okay. Well, yeah, no. Good, good on you. Um, I just look over and people are talking about pixie pies, and I'm like, oh my. All right, so we're gonna storm, and then we're gonna Morari conjecture, and we're going to grab this back, and then we're gonna pass turn, and they're about to get stormed. Great way to end this. Creature, black pesto. Okay, they're gonna gain a life because they have black pest token. I was wondering what they're doing. This is actually pretty cool. These things are nasty. When this creature dies, you gain a life, and they have a way that I can also lose a life, and it just becomes a vicious cycle. But they have 1 turn to get it right, and they don't really have that much time either. Okay, so we've got a land, and we're gonna return this, and we're gonna go first turn. We're gonna do 2 points of damage because we don't care about that, and then we're gonna draw a card. By that I mean 2 cards. And then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna ditch a card. What are we up to? 3. And I'll do this. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up to 5. Oh yeah, no, we're going to. I'll play Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So it total mana value of 20 is how many cards it removes straight into exile. And so if they don't have it, they're going to be out of a deck mostly. Not that they're getting another turn anyway. Um, so we didn't have quite enough for that. And then let's really break the deck. This is where it gets really stupid. Anyway, we aren't gonna play any of this. Because I think at this point we'll be able to apply poison counters. And it's also actually by applying the poison counters, it's actually a safety for the deck because it means it won't draw itself out. We're going to apply 11 poison counters. And that's this thing going off. Right? Uh, Nothing's more hideous than taking somebody's entire library and just dumping it into exile where they can never get at it again. Like I said, this is a matter of safety because we only had 14 cards left to draw and then we would die. But since we can only apply 10 points of poison damage and then they die, that's how it works. Alright, we won a card. We beat all of our champion, like our challenges or whatever for the day, except this 45 creatures because we didn't really play like the most creatures. And we are gonna get out of here. We are gonna go and raid Chobogans, who is playing Grand Blue. Also, if you didn't know, um, if you didn't know, there's gonna be a new Grand Blue game coming out. It's called Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rise, and it looks really really pretty like the original did. So we're thinking about hooking that up because fighting games, y'all. So uh, it's not a priority though because of two other games that are a little bit more important, like Street Fighter 6, and the fact that Mortal Kombat 12 is on the way. So depending on when Rise comes out for Grand Blue Fantasy, we might pick it up, but it's not like the highest priority game because, like I said, one, I'm really big into Mortal Kombat, and I have to make sure I can see about getting a collector's edition of that. And Street Fighter 6 is actually coming out in June, so that's kind of like self birthday present kind of thing. Um, anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta go to work. Much love, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me and playing some Magic. Hope you learned something or enjoyed the games. We'll see about like if I do Magic again soon. We'll see about reformatting that white toxic deck to be a little bit more effective. Anyway, let's show Chobogans some love, and she's playing some new characters. She's not playing Charlotte today. She's playing somebody else. So, thank you, everybody, and I will see you on. Are we doing? Yeah, we're doing fighting games on Saturday. It's already Wednesday. So later, y'all.